Hey folks, Fernando doing our video for the Modern Survivalist, and in this case we're going to be making a Glock survival knife kit. I've done videos about the Glock knife before. I like it a lot. It's got several things going for it. The design is quite clever, quite smart, very light blade, very functional, more oriented for combat defense, but also useful as a field knife, as the name implies, at least with the different models that they have. So there's a couple things that I thought you could do so as to improve the capabilities of the Glock. Similar to the Glock pistol, there's always the pistol is already great as it is, but there's a couple things so as to make it your own or make it even a little bit better. The first thing that I have here is a little pouch. Now this is kind of a popular solution in different survival knives to have a pouch in the sheath, so I'm borrowing from that. Doesn't look very elegant though. I'm a little bit happier with this thing that I have here, and whatever it is that I'm showing you guys, borrow whatever you feel works for what you're trying to do. So the pouch, of course, you could thread it through here and keep it attached like that. Kind of an eyesore, but it's a way of keeping some little extra tools right there with you. So the blade itself, I did the previous video, I just used it a little bit more to see how well it chops. Managed to chip the tip there against the floor before the video, and then a couple more times during the video as well. But at the end of the day, it's a very solid knife. This can be easily sharpened, no big deal. But this is the first part of the kit. The knife itself, it's a good start. Then you have a few feet of paracord. It's about 10 feet of paracord, and the sheath of the Glock knife, it lends itself nicely to this because you can just put a knot in one of the ends there, like I did. You wrap it around, and then you hook it here with a latch that keeps the Glock knife in place, correct? So you could probably end up, I did a couple more turns, but you could have ended up there so as to keep it in that position. And then it's just a matter of, pulling out the paracord like so. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, and without much problem, you have a good bit of paracord available to you. And then as you see here, I have a little bit of a reflective surface for signaling. I think that makes sense in a survival knife. Then I glued a bit of sandpaper, 600 grit. This is the same sandpaper I used as to put a nice edge on this knife. And given that I have a nice flat surface there, this is okay enough for touching up the edge a little bit after use. Yes, it's going to be degrading fast because it is, at the end of the day, sandpaper, but I know it's going to be lasting a few tries if I need to sharpen the knife again. Once it wears out, it's just a matter of gluing a little bit more sandpaper in place. Then I have about a foot of duct tape. It's not a lot, but for patching a tarp, anything that I need a little bit of duct tape for, I have a little bit there as well. This is basically that essential setup. Then if you have a small pouch, I put this all together for nothing really, just the price of the knife, which is around $30. I leave the link below if you want to purchase it in Amazon. It is from my affiliate program, so I get a very tiny cut from that, which of course I appreciate, and it does help. But if you have a pouch like this floating around, this is from a flashlight, it can actually work nicely. You don't have a ton of stuff in there, but I have a bag so as to have water containers as to carry water, which I think it's pretty important in a survival knife. And then in this little bag, if I manage to open it one of these days, I have a few more things. I have a little flashlight, which again I think is important, and a whistle for signaling. Both of these can be used for signaling, for actually in the dark, as to find your way if you ever need that. Whistles, guys, those are important in your survival kit. It's kind of essential and often overlooked. Then a little bottle with potassium permanganate for treating water, preparing water for cleaning wounds, even signaling. Potassium permanganate has several uses in a survival kit, and you definitely should have that. Fire steel, of course, for starting fires, and a little tin with some strike anywhere matches in its own little bag, and a little bit of braided thread for a fishing line and a couple hooks. No big deal, but at least it is something, which is better than nothing in some of these cases. Use any of these and set it up whatever way it feels best for your own specific likes and situation, whatever you feel works best. Guys, it's gonna be all for now. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and there's also my Instagram thing, which I'm starting with and getting a little bit of traction there going. See you on our next video. Have an awesome day.